Hey, this is the World Warriors of Capcom Cup Player Showcase. He's James Chen.
And he's Ultra David. This is the series of videos where we go over the 32 qualifiers who have been playing Street Fighter all year long, amassing points. Top 32 players are playing at the Capcom Cup at the Sony PlayStation Experience on the weekend, December 5th through 6th.
Correct.
That's right. So if you don't know what the Capcom, or you want to learn more about the Capcom Pro Tour, the Capcom Cup, there is an intro video on this channel, youtube.com/Capcom Fighters TV. But as I mentioned, we are here to talk about players.
Let's today talk about YBK's Shiro.
That's right. Able player from Japan who's been playing this character pretty much since Street Fighter 4 came out.
Pretty much since the very start. Yeah, I remember back in 2008, it was hard to find video of Street Fighter 4 at that point. Very few arcades existed and had Street Fighter 4 outside of Japan. And even in Japan, very few arcades were taking video of their play and uploading it.
Right.
Very few big tournaments. You know, it was
a different time.
It was a different time. Yeah. It really was. 2009 even was already a different story.
Right.
2008 though, it was tough to find videos. When we did, and it was able, it was Shiro.
Yeah, in 2008.
Yeah.
In glorious, like, 240p.
Exactly, yeah. And he was one of the first people who I saw do well with Abel. When Abel, at least in the States, when Abel first came out, he didn't seem very strong.
Right, yeah.
Immediately.
Abel,
obviously that changed, but the first few months, he didn't seem very strong. So people saw what Shiro was doing and were like, wow, look at that. Like, we could really learn something.
Yeah, he always seemed to be the Abel everyone went to learn Abel.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to learn Abel. Who should I study? Shiro.
Right.
That was like the answer every single time.
Right.
You know?
And he was known for going toe-to-toe against Daigo and beating Daigo in a matchup that, like I said, we didn't think was good for Abel, although I think that's the case.
Right.
But we didn't know at the time. But he was showing everybody what to do with that character.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I wish we had a little bit more intel on Shiro's pre-Street Fighter 4 career.
Yeah.
Because he's been playing Street Fighter 4 obviously since the beginning. You can obviously see he's really good at fighting games. Yeah. I gotta imagine he's been playing fighting games for a very long time.
Right.
In fact, I guess he's one of the older players in Japan.
Yeah, certainly in the CPT.
Right, in the CPT, because we definitely saw hints. In fact, in the match that we're gonna analyze later on. The commentators who are going with kept jokingly calling him old man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's probably younger. That? He's probably younger than me. But I guess he's he's actually just a regular working person in Japan. He's that guy you see show up at the arcade. It looks like he just came from work. But then he bodies you, so...
Yeah, he definitely bodies. So his Abel is one of the most practiced, of course, since it's been around for such a long time. For a while, he did switch to Makoto, as many Abel players did.
Yes.
But he's come back to Abel. I really think Abel is a strong character in Ultra Street Fighter 4. I think he has a lot of important, good matchups that are very relevant in... sort of among the characters who are commonly played in tournaments. I think he really does well against them.
It's really interesting. I think I just kind of noticed this trend, but a lot of the players here who are getting into the Capcom Pro Tour, or getting into Capcom Cup through points, towards the lower end of the points right now. He's the 12th in the points, right? Consistently, these are guys who have been using their character and playing for a very long time. Like Dark Joa with Ken, for example, Human Bomb with Sakura. These guys are all, they know their characters so well. And you can see where it's paying off for them, because they've just had so much experience. It's like, it's almost impossible to throw them off and be in a situation where, like, I don't know what to do, because they've been in every possible situation with their character. And there's a lot to be said about that. A lot of people have been doing things like moving to Elena, Evil Ryu, and stuff like that. But there is something to be said about those guys who just know their character in and out.
Yeah, for sure. So I like his style a lot. He did come up with a lot of that stuff, and so he has a great sense of footsies. He really bullies people well. We'll see that in this video that we're going to watch. He's really excellent at bullying people, just knowing when it is time to go in.
Yeah.
and keep up sustained pressure.
Right. And we see, and I like that. I
Yeah.
like seeing him do that because there's a little cheekiness to that. And I think that's kind of one of those things that sometimes signifies that there's a little bit more to this guy than just, being really good at Street Fighter. But there's also this point in time where they're like, you know what? I have you completely read, and I am just going to bully you. Yeah.
I like it. I like that a lot. Yeah. So let's talk about his results. Like I said, in Street Fighter 4 Vanilla, he was one of the best players, and he was in fact top 10 in Japan's arcade rankings back when that was super tough. In Ultra Street Fighter 4, let's see. Shadow Shodown 5, 7th place. WECG 2014 Japan qualifier 4th. Cannes Winter Clash Japan qualifier 3rd. 9 states 3rd. Double Elimination CPT Asia qualifier 13th. KVO XTSB 2015 9th. Southeast Asia Majors 2015 13th. Topanga Ranking Battle Tokyo Day 2 5th. FV Cup 9th. Taiwan Fighter Major CPT qualifier 9th. Hong Kong Esports 7th. Saigon Cup 7th, Tokyo Game Show 49th, the Call of Ragnarok 1st place, Z Fighting Game Champion 13th, and then Milan Games Week 2015 9th place.
Has he been to the States before?
I believe he has been to this. I thought he went to EVO one year, but I'm not 100% on
right.
that.
Because, obviously it sounds like he's traveled to Europe a lot to plan a lot of these events.
Yeah, he went to EVO 2011.
Oh, okay.
And he got 13th place.
Okay, there you go. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, you can see that, again, another one of those players, super consistent top results. The lowest result that he had was the Tokyo Game Show, which was just ridiculous. That was...
Very strong.
That was probably the second most stacked tournament of the year.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, so but again, very consistent results. Very solid AO player, knows him in and out, has a lot of really solid knowledge with him. And as we'll see and it's really interesting to me too, because despite that, sometimes there are players who, when they learn a character since the beginning, they get stuck in old habits. But I feel like he's made a lot of the adjustments along with Abel.
Oh yeah.
One of the things that you see him use, he uses the EX change of direction really well. I feel like he uses it better than a lot of other players. We just see a lot of really neat situations where he uses it in this matchup that we're going to look at.
The one that we are going to look at is that first place that he got, which is the Call of Ragnarok in Norway. He placed against Gonzalez, Seth player from Japan. And we're going to look at the second set of grand finals. Now, when we start, it's going to say that it's 2-2, but actually it's after the reset when Shiro Abel reset grand finals by winning the first set, and they just had the match number wrong.
There was a mix-up at the very beginning where they weren't sure if a game counted or not,
exactly,
and it did. And they didn't think it did. But yeah, it was that first set too that there was one time that he used the EX change of direction perfectly at the right height on his wake up so that he absorbed the jump and attack, the meaty jump and attack, and caught him with it on the ground and FADC'd into low fierce into ultra. It was just really nice usage. We're not going to see that because that was in the first set. So let's go ahead.
Hop in there?
Yeah, let's start on the second set over here. Okay, so again, you see at the top it says 2-2.
Right. Yeah.
It's actually it's actually 0-0 right now.
Right. Exactly.
So, and it's gonna be messed up for a little bit, but we'll keep you updated on what the situation is. But Shiro obviously using Abel on the right, going up against Gonzalez, a very strong Seth player from Japan. Oh, that air to air. So
Seth has a lot of options, a lot of mobility options. So for Abel, a lot of this is making sure you're at the right spot, away from Seth's effective range, and making sure you have things like air-to-airs, which Shiro's already shown he has both of.
Yeah, we're also going to see this a little bit.
Here's some bullying. Look at this, just pressure.
All the way into the corner, wow. Yeah, we're going to see a lot more usage of this, but I just really want to point out that Shiro might be the best wheel kicking Abel that I've seen. His wheel kicks are so on point and perfect distance, and later on we see he lands 3 of them in a row on Gonzalez at the perfect ranges.
He has good defense, too. That's a really important skill as Abel without a Dragon Punch or anything like that. You have to be able to block. You have to be able to move out of harm's way in the first place.
Abel has one of the fastest dashes, so, that's definitely helps him with the mobility. But look at that. Off of a whiff stand fierce. 2 dashes, he was right in there. And then nice, just using that EX change of direction to get out of the jump pressure.
That is gutsy. It's not, that's not hit invincible.
Interesting. We saw him do that little meaty low fierce. Not sure what he's trying to bait out because Gonzalez backdash is there, but it works later on.
Yes.
So I'm not sure what he was trying to beat out.
Okay. I like that read by Gonzalez. But, Shiro is willing to go in, even against the Seth who has 3 bars. Seth with, EX Pile Driver, hit invincible, EX Dragon Punch, super invincible. He had Ultra on deck, but Shiro's still willing to go in.
Even when he's getting pressured, willing to do a wake-up tornado throw. I mean, geez.
Right.
Look at this. Even from close range. I mean, it's like he almost knows, if you block my wheel kick, you're really not going to hurt me very much. We'll see later on that, sometimes the best punish that Gonzalez can get is literally just like a stand forward. And that's like really not a big deal. But here comes some good pressure from Gonzalez.
Oh, what a read. What a read.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think of Shiro Abel as not like not the most tech heavy Abel, not the most science Abel, but excellent in reads. Excellent in spacing. Like those fundamentals, I really feel he's very strong. Knowing when to go in, knowing when to stay in, those things.
Yeah, it's a common theme that we talk about emotion science players, and definitely guys who've been playing for a very long time are ones that tend towards that emotion kind of play. And Shiro definitely, like you said.
Oh, they both have throw invincible options. That's awesome.
Yep. Nice. Just gets in there, goes for the regular throw, builds a little extra meter. Yeah, but you can see he's got really good defense.
Yeah, look at that D. Air to airs.
There really just hasn't been a point where it feels like Gonzalez has been able to really get that vortex going, which Seth is so good at, Oh, okay, that was nice. Just use the armor of the focus. Read the EX change of direction. But like I said, Shiro, I feel like tends to use the EX change of direction more kind of like a Zangief EX green hand, than other people. Oh!
Ooh, wow. And then he still was doing stuff even at that range. I feel like that was a danger time.
Yeah.
Right there, but he still went in. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's how it works with the motion players a lot of times. It just still feels right to do it. It feels right to do it.
Oh, that's so good. And that's 270 damage.
Ow!
In two moves.
Yep. Oh.
I don't know if there's a more damaging non-EX 2-hitting combo. Or two move combo.
Right, just a normal buffered into a special. Yeah, exactly. Low fierce in the falling sky. All right, but so here we go. In the corner situation. Can he play defense?
What a good escape.
Yep. Got right out of there.
Oh, perfect timing on the backdash. Wow.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, yes, now it is 2-0, right? So,
right. Yeah, they'll figure it out pretty shortly.
All right, so Gonzalez even jumps to a character select, it looks like. Maybe thinking about switching from another character. Because as you mentioned, Shiro did come from losers, and so he won the first set 3-2.
Yeah,
it was very,
close.
very close. So Gonzalez probably just using this more as a time to think. So there you go. Now it says 0-2. So this is about where they got the score updated correctly. So here we go. Shiro now at match point, tournament point.
And having played a lot against Gonzalez consecutively at this point, I think they've played before, but consecutively now, you'll see some extra reads by Shiro, or when it's insistent about move options that I think are heavily influenced by what he's already seen.
Yeah. And I really like the way he uses that roll to get through. Oh, here we go. There was one. Yeah. There's one sequence where he just gets through that stand fierce. Like, what? That was another one.
That's so good.
Yeah. Oh, let's do another one. And see, that's the worst he's going to get punished right there. I don't care. Go for it. And then at close range,
even there.
I'm just going to do it again.
I feel like that's what's happening at this point. Like, he just has the right reads. Yeah. What are you going to do?
I mean, he's probably trying to use it also to clear the airspace, you know, in case he
not that it's a bad option, but how often he's going to it is definitely based on just understanding Gonzalez's mind.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Just that kind of situation where you'd be like, you know what, I can abuse you with this. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to do it. And, you know, oh, look, wheel kick again. Yeah, it almost feels like he's kind of toying with Gonzalez at this point. Look, another wheel kick. This guy. And then tornado throw. Oh, see, there it worked. I'm still not sure what he was going for, but it worked. But you know what? Seth will have Seth rounds, right? So, and it's not quite over yet for Gonzalez. He's gonna try to make this comeback here against Shiro. Oh, that was such a beautiful falling sky to grab him out of the air.
Anything will do it at this point.
Yeah, but like I said, Seth will be Seth.
Right, yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah. So stomp, kick, and then gets him. So Gonzalez with a sliver of hope.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sliver of hope. But let's see if Shiro buckles, shall we? Let's see how Shiro responds to that. He's like, okay, maybe I won't go wheel kick crazy anymore.
Good blocking. Mm-hmm. Just playing patiently there. Then you saw the crouching strong. He had that before. He turned it into the whole COD Ultra.
Right. Oh, see. Oh, that was so beautiful. Yeah. He beat the dive kick using the EX chain.
And he backed off just before that, so just the right spot to try it. Oh. Didn't quite get there, but I love the read.
But look at it. He's just gone super aggro mode now. Yeah. You know, he's just going nuts.
After having stayed away.
Right. And then even going aggro mode, he blocked perfectly the one time he uppercutted. Oh, man.
That's so tough to deal with. That very fast change of pace as the opponent.
Yeah, I really like it. Ooh, here we go. Gonzalez trying to make that comeback again.
Yeah, I gotta feel like Shiro's messing around, to be honest.
Wow. Just a bad lead distance dive kick, and that was it right there. So, but yeah, so Shiro takes it, and I don't know, maybe it's the Asian genes. It doesn't look that old to me.
Yeah, you see him in the white there.
Yeah, can't really see his face, unfortunately. It looks like Gonzalez doesn't want to shake his hand. So.
Okay, well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, you know, he's a old school salary man. You know, he loves the arcade.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool. That's so cool.
For sure.
Yeah, but again, just look, during the course of Street Fighter 4, I feel like when it comes to the character of Abel, the player most associated with that character has been Shiro. Has always been Shiro. And the fact that he's still playing him now and that he's in the Capcom Cup, really, at this point, you know how there's certain players that own certain characters? You know, like Smug owns Dudley, right?
Sure, okay.
Gamer B owns Adon, right? That's kind of where Shiro probably is with Abel. Now, there are obviously some other great Abels. In fact, he's tied for the most represented character in Capcom Cup.
That's right. 3 main Abel players. 3 Abel mains, I should say.
Mm-hmm. But regardless, you know, obviously 801 Strider, very good with Abel. Keoma from Brazil, very good with Abel.
Yeah.
But it's still Shiro. It's still Shiro's character. You know?
I feel like he just has such good reads and timing.
Yeah.
You know, he has those really strong fundamental things that you can, because of that, you can never count him out. I mean, like I said, he was known for going toe-to-toe with and beating Daigo when Daigo seemed invincible in a lot of situations. Right. So he has a huge upside to him. And, you know, just a very knowledgeable guy. He's known as a commentator as well. I mean, he knows the game very well.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. So, I don't know. When it comes to Capcom Cup, how do you think he's going to do? Like, what do you think are his strengths, his weaknesses?
Yeah, it's hard to know without knowing the bracket. I don't know. I feel like this is a particular case of that. But I think he can do well. I really do. I don't know that I would bet on him to make a deep run, but if it happens, you can't be surprised. You really can't be.
I mean, I feel like I want to root for him just because of old man status, Go old man, let's do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Obviously, he's in a different position than a lot of people. If he is an older gentleman and he has a job and doing this, he probably can't practice as much as a lot of the other guys. Maybe not even necessarily dedicate as much practice time to it and such like that. But again, when you have those years of fundamentals, like I said, I really wish I knew what his Street Fighter 4 career in terms of fighting games was. He might have even been like some awesome Street Fighter 2 player a long time ago.
Could
and
be.
Stuff like this. So but having that many years of just fundamental training, it pays off. You see guys like John Choi come and beat Daigo at an Evo just because John Choi has those fundamentals, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, Shiro has absolutely that capability.
I definitely think he could take people out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, can he win Capcom Cup? He's probably a little bit of a long shot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But that it would be so cool to see him have a deep run though, because it would just be fun to watch, especially to see how he if he just rides it and really enjoys it kind of situation.
Yeah, it'll be really cool to see him here for sure. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All right, well, that'll be at Capcom Cup, which is the weekend of December 5th through 6th in San Francisco, California. Definitely consider making it out. Some people are doing that. Some people are making trips of it.
Oh yeah, I talked to someone who was like, he was making a trip to all these places and he's trying to end his vacation at Capcom Cup.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome. So go if you can. If you cannot, though, it will be streamed live at twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters.
Yeah, follow them on Twitch as well, because that way, as soon as it goes up, you'll get the notification. You won't forget. You get your little alert on your phone, like it's starting. Let's go. Yeah. So yeah, you don't want to miss a second.
Okay. All right. If you like talking about fighting games and fighting game community, please check out our stuff, which you can find at twitch.tv and youtube.com/UltraChenTV.
Yeah, if it's hard for you to keep up with fighting game community stuff sometimes, because you've got other stuff going on, Tuesday show every night, every week on Tuesday. We do a recap of pretty much like everything fighting game community. We talk about everything that just happened the previous weekend. We go over results, talk about everything coming up the next weekend, so you're always aware of what's coming up. Talk about fighting community news and player moves and all sorts of stuff. So definitely check that out.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you at Capcom Cup.